Our love is certainly in the air. We've been talking about it the whole day since it's Valentine's Day. And this morning, we've brought our favorite interior designer, Thomaz, to show us the perfect setting if you want to spoil your loved one at home. I can't think tonight, being in an overcrowded restaurant, you kind of lose that intimate moment. So you're here to talk us through creating all of this magic at home. But before we get into that, Dylan, I need to ask you, when it comes to Valentine's dinners, do you prefer out or at home?
I think it's more important to have it inside your house, at your home, because I think it's a lot more romantic, especially if your husband or your partner doesn't really cook. So this is going the extra mile to really make it feel special.
Okay, and you know what? You've got a beautiful setting here. What is the one thing you need to keep in mind when you want to spoil your partner?
So I think if you really want to set the tone, I think lots of candles, so really soft lighting. I think that's the first prize. And then the second thing is to make sure that the dinner's really good. So go get a cheat recipe that really is perfect. And then I think keeping it simple. So what we've done here now is we've really kept it simple. So very basic white crockery, white tablecloth, and just beautiful red flowers. So it doesn't have to always be roses, but it can be red flowers. And then candles. Candles are really, really important. Candles
really is important. And I've always been said that, if you're going to try and impress someone, don't try a brand new recipe. Try something that is fail-proof. And when it comes to, wanting to add that little something extra, what would you suggest our viewers can do?
So I think the one thing that you can add to this whole thing is making sure that you have the perfect playlist that's in the background, because that actually adds to the whole ambiance of the whole experience.
Yeah, no, it definitely adds to the ambiance. Dylan, I love what I'm seeing in front of me. What was the inspiration for you to put it all together like this? Did you go more with the simplicity of things?
Yeah, completely. So this is exactly that. So this is the very traditional white and red theme, where you've got, like I said, the white crockery, the white candles, lots of red flowers, and just a touch of greenery, just to bring a little bit more of an earthy tone to it, to the whole experience.
Oh, I love this. Now, lastly, I have to ask you, what are your Valentine's Day plans?
Are
you allowed to reveal?
Hopefully there are plans.
Okay. Someone else is arranging them. Is that
fingers crossed.
Okay, fingers crossed. Well, listen, Dylan Thomaz is with us the morning. He's going to have another beautiful setting for us, so don't go anywhere. If you need some inspiration, you want to draw some inspiration from Dylan Thomaz, this is the place for you to stay. But don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick ad break. We'll see you in just a bit. It's my feel-good breakfast show. We are outside and it is a beautiful day since it is also Valentine's Day. Dylan Thomaz still with us as we discuss table decor ideas if you are planning on spoiling your loved one at home. Dylan, earlier we spoke about, playing some music to create the right atmosphere. But in your mind, top 3 tips to create that romantic atmosphere at home, what would it be?
So number 1, set the tone by dropping the lights, so adding lots of accent lighting. So take off all the headlights and put all the lamps on. The second option is more candles, lots more candles, and music. The right playlist.
Right. And what about like a room fragrance? Yay or nay, or should the food dominate that?
Well, I think it shouldn't be a very fragrant smell, but I think it could be quite lovely in the background.
Something subtle.
Yeah, exactly. But you want the food to actually be the hero once the food arrives.
Okay.
So maybe move the diffuser away.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Now, I'm looking at this table setting. It's a lot different from the one you showed us previous, where you went whites and reds and a little bit more simplistic. Talk me through this setup.
So I think everyone's vastly different, and the crockery set that you have at home could also be quite vastly, could be different. So we've gone for a very organic look, where people don't necessarily want to celebrate the red, but still want to celebrate love. So we went for that. So we've kept it very simple, used lots of coppers, and natural fibers in the placemats, and again, greenery from the garden, not necessarily Cape Town garden, but
a garden, someone's garden.
Yeah, exactly, with some candles.
Yeah, I really, really love this color scheme. I feel like sometimes the red and the white can become a little cliche.
This is quite timeless as well in its own right, which I think is really lovely.
Very beautiful, very romantic at the same time. Now, I have a few quick fire questions here. So I'm going to give you 2 options. You pick the one that first pops up in your mind. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
First one, a home-cooked meal or order in?
Home-cooked meal.
Okay, yes, I like that. What would you
With
cook
a
if you
glass
had
of
to cook
wine,
someone? Yes. What would you cook if you had to cook someone a home-cooked meal?
Oh, wow. A pasta dish.
Okay, you can never go wrong with pasta.
Exactly, it's safe.
A romantic movie or games night?
Games night, I'm very competitive.
Okay. Dinner for 2 or a double date?
For Valentine's Day, dinner for two.
Okay, double dates are fun as well. Strawberries and cream or wine and chocolate?
Wine and chocolate.
I'm with
Most
you on that.
definitely, yeah,
Wine
yeah.
and chocolate's a great one. And lastly, home alone or a Tinder date?
Tinder date.
Tinder date. You know, there's the risk of it going the other way.
Well, at least you'd have some sort of entertainment, right?
Oh, yeah, and a story to tell. Well,
And a
Dylan,
meal.
thank you. Yes, that's true. Dylan, thank you for talking us through this
been an absolute
beautiful
pleasure.
table set and giving us some ideas, especially, I mean, this is something you're going to apply not only for tonight being Valentine's
Exactly.
Day, but any date night you're planning on doing
Precisely.
at home, and whether it's for friends. I love the ideas you set out here, so thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Okay, well, this is Dylan Thomaz on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.